emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable. And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since. But, you know, I will definitely say it's just part of it. You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together,
we die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Hey, beautiful. Thanks for being here. We want to talk about this ongoing thing between Jada and Will Smith. So I'm sure it's no longer a news story, like most of us are aware of this, but don't forget to leave me your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Sorry about the background noise, okay? I hope you are able to hear me well. So, now when we talk about Jada and Will Smith, a lot of us do know who they are. These are public figures. These are people that are in the entertainment industry. They are Black Americans, and they are always on the news. You know, so they have a lot of followers. And so the fans, like from the comments I saw from their videos last time, it was really somewhere like confused. Like a particular lady said, I've been following these people and I don't know when they tend to portray such things in their marriage, when they tend to portray marriage as if it's a game, you know, because the lady said when you talk about open relationship, as far as marriage is concerned, then it's as if you do not know exactly what you're into. It's as if you do not know exactly what marriage is, and having really respected these people and really loving these people, she tends to think, okay, at this stage in her life, it's really something for her to decide. Of course, do not forget that what we see influences us a lot, even without our knowledge of it. So most times people take in from all over, from from social media, okay, the people they watch and things that they admire. Sometimes they find certain activities or behavior good and they admire it, and on the long run, they start to practice it even without knowing. So do not blame so. Don't say, well, she just sounded so childish. She ought to know that things that come from social media is just about the social media. But now these people are not telling you or telling us that it's about social media and social media. They are saying this is who we are. It's a relationship that it's just thrown open. If you want to go all out to cheat, you are allowed to cheat, but we won't call it cheating because it's going to be done with my knowledge of it. The both partners are going to be informed and, you know, not kept in the dark. Then it's called cheating. You don't keep anyone out of the knowledge that you are doing this thing secretly. No, then it's not it. The relationship, it's put in a way that you can do your thing and just let me know about it, and that's it. And I think it's a whole lot of mess. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. I think it's a whole lot of mess because it's our forefathers, when they had 2 wives, we said, why? And of course, we know it's not the best thing. The present stage is 1 wife to 1 man. And now before you get into a new one, then be done with the one you're having. So you don't mess your life up. You don't make the whole thing get complicated. Now, some of you might be wondering, and we don't even know where you're coming from or where you're going to. Okay, I'm going to play this short clip for you. You're going to see both people, Jada and the husband, Prince, Will Smith, you know. I keep calling him Prince because of his different movies that he's featured in, and I see a lot of him, you know. So you're going to see their comments, and it was an honest comment, honest story. They came out on air, and you know they are actually there always in their relationship and everything, airing their family and all. It's fine that they are honest, I must admit. It's fine that they are honest, but are they doing the best thing? Are they doing the right thing for them? Okay, let's just let the clip run, and then you leave me your comments. Let me know what you think, because
a friendship with August, and 4.5 years ago, I think it was about 4 years ago, started a friendship with August, and we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help, you know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really, really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. You know, you, during that time, launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for? I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody. I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable. And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since. But, you know, I will definitely say it's just part of it. You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
So, like a lot of y'all, I got a chance to watch the most recent Red Table Talk episode where Jada and Will are discussing a lot of the conversation around what Jada and August Alsina had. They call it an entanglement or whatever the fuck she said. Anyway, despite some of the side eyeing, I actually thought it was overall a pretty good conversation, or at least had a lot of good aspects. Like, I love Will's maturity. You know, I think he was a rare display of a guy who can actually take what he dishes out, because a lot of dudes can't. So I thought that was really cool. I loved their honesty between them two. I loved a lot of the revelations that Jada had, and I thought there was a lot to learn from that, but it was something that stuck out to me, in addition to that whole entanglement bullshit. Like, when I saw that rhetoric that she used in order to downplay what she had done, I knew there was some more bullshit coming, and sure enough, it did. I don't know if y'all caught that, but there was a segment where she was talking about all the ways that she learned from this painful time, and she talked about, you know, as I came through it, I noticed some things about me and you, talking about her and Will, and then August decided to end all communication, which she understood. But I think that was an oversimplification. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it wasn't nearly that simple. I'm willing to bet it was a whole lot more like, you know, Will told her he wanted nothing to do with her. So she chose low-hanging fruit, which was a guy who was super broken and came to her for healing and to be fixed inappropriately in that context, not as a romantic anything, but came to her, said, hey, you are a therapist and you got this healing energy. Help me out. And because she needed a romantic or a sexual placeholder, she used him for just that. Fast forward, now her and Will decide they want to reconcile for whatever reason. Now she has to go back to August Alsina and tell him you're demoted, or discard him in some kind of way from the romantic space that he had begun to occupy. But August Alsina already had fell in love with her. And to fall in love with somebody, you have to open up your whole heart. And once you open up your whole heart, you cannot accept just a fraction of the love that you once got altogether. Now, why is that? More like, Will told her he wanted nothing to do with her. So she chose low-hanging fruit, which was a guy who was super broken and came to her for healing and to be fixed inappropriately in that context, not as a romantic anything, but came to her, said, hey, you are a therapist and you got this healing energy. Help me out. And because she needed a romantic or a sexual placeholder, she used him for just that. Fast forward, now her and Will decide they want to reconcile for whatever reason. Now she has to go back to August Alsina and tell him you're demoted, or discard him in some kind of way from the romantic space that he had begun to occupy. But August Alsina already had fell in love with her. And to fall in love with somebody, you have to open up your whole heart. And once you open up your whole heart, you cannot accept just a fraction of the love that you once got. Keep in mind, August is broke, or he came into the situation broken. So even her whole love wouldn't have been enough. So of course, at this point, he's even more broken than what he first brought himself to her as. And of course, he cannot handle just a piece of her or just a fraction of her. So he says, you know what? I got to get out of the situation altogether. Now, why is that significant? Because too many times we get caught up in the celebration of couples and all that they went through, all of the betrayals that they overcame or survived, all the infidelities or whatever have you. And we forget about the third party in this situation. I'm not talking about the third party person that knows what they're getting themselves into, whether it's a homewrecker or somebody that, is in sound mind and know that they are gambling. They're rolling the dice with a separated person, and that person could absolutely reconcile with their spouse. I'm talking about the third party that didn't ask for none of this shit. Whether they weren't told the truth about what was going on at home, so they had their peace disturbed and now they all fucked up and sucked into the drama, or in a situation like this, a person who was basically preyed on in their most vulnerable state. And the reason why we need to talk about this is not to bash Jada or come down on her. First off, I'm not judging her. I don't know if this is a news flash to anybody, but everybody's human. Your favorite mentor, myself included, your favorite teacher, educator, pastor, everybody's human and capable of fucking up. And we all gonna fuck up some more before we leave this earth. Maybe not in the form of an entanglement, maybe so, but we all gonna fuck up. So it's not about judging her. This is about, if we're gonna make this a learning lesson, we have to learn from all of it.
The dangers of open relationship. It's so there are just so many. It's almost unenumerable. There are so many. Apart from the STDs involved, apart from the complications, apart from the toiling of emotions, apart from the the invitation of havocs in the family, apart from the risk of a child out of wedlock, apart from there are just so many. I hope someone is understanding what I'm pointing at. So there are just so many. But if you are done with this, or if there is a problem, like I would always say, the best thing in marriage is look your partner in the face, in the eyes, and say, this is our problem. How do we solve it? Now you can see from that her story, it's someone who came to her for help based on the job Jada does, being a therapist. Someone came to her for healing. And what happened is, because she's already suffering in her marriage, it could be emotional stress. She alone can tell us that. Now she places her own burden on the poor man. And the poor man who came for healing also got entangled because already something is missing from these lives. And now it gets all messed up and all complicated. She gives in. She gets involved, not just getting involved. She gets involved intimately, sexually with a different man. And now, for some reasons, she now notices that her emotional engagement to this man is becoming more, and she tries to call it quit. And then the man says, okay, you know what? I want nothing to do with you. Don't call me. Don't text me. We have nothing. I just want to live my life without you. Go on. Or you're already in a marriage, which the man, of course, fully is aware of right from the beginning. But who knows? Who knows what the story entirely was before he got involved? Perhaps they just decided to leave for the moment. Perhaps she kind of knowingly or unknowingly said, well, this marriage, I don't know if I will be there. Maybe we'll leave. Something must have pushed the man to getting along with her. I don't know that man that will see a woman in a marriage and knowing that everything is not okay, or if he did know, and then he would just go in, knowing that there are also thousands of women out there. It's my opinion, though, okay? So, knowing that he will be hurt. So but he got involved. But the good thing is that he was able to call it short and say, just leave my life the hell alone. And the woman said she understands it. It's fine by her. It's understandable. So now the thing is, on the part of Will Smith tended to play cool. Someone said, okay, you had Derek said, he likes the fact that Will Smith is cool and he has it under control, and he's the man that would dish out and be ready for what he dishes out, and can handle the shots he call. But I think it's not true, because if he is such cool-headed, if he has no iota of remorse, if he has no iota of jealousy or some kind of emotions being downtrodden, if he doesn't feel that belittled in any way, or some, that kind of urge that is just unpleasing inside of him, he wouldn't have pressed her to say, tell the whole world what you did with this man. Of what interest was that to him? Why was he so interested on pushing the wife to say to the whole world he cheated with someone? What's his interest? Why does he already knew she did. Why was he so interested in making her confess to the public that she had a very intimate sexual relationship with someone outside? What was his interest? So I think he was hurt somehow, and so he wanted her to voice out. And then he saw the chance to even press on by asking her questions. What was your feeling? Why did you do what you do? And how did you feel afterwards? So the relationship, in as much as they tend to be carrying on well, but I tell you, they are not carrying on well, because there is already an inner emotions that are just running inside of him. I pray that they work it out, because you heard her say it's been 25 years of marriage. So they've come a long way, so they can still work it out. That thing that has been keeping them can still go on keeping them. We wish them the best. In any case, we really wish them the best. I honestly wish them the best, because I love that family. So we wish them the best, but I just wish that they could be more careful with what they do and how they live, and the message they put across to the people out there, because these people are parents and they have children, beautiful children for that matter. And so, and I think the kids are still youths, and one is already, the first son for Will is already 20 years or more, a little more, 21. So these are parents who are figures, public figures, and like role models to many young people out there. So I just want that they can be more careful in the message they put across, that they could restructure their life. I'm not asking them to pretend. No, far from it. That's not the message. But to work it out and then tell the public how they worked it out, because obviously from what we're seeing, there seems to be fire on the mountain, but I hope that they are able to quench that fire and not let it burn and blow up, because this woman confessed. She said, before I got into intimate relationship with this man, she said our marriage was already on the rack, and we said I kicked her out. So why would they do that? Why would they just stay? And A says, you know what, I need my space. What are you talking about? It's a marriage. What are you needing your space for? Even if you need your space, there's a way it could be communicated. I understand the fact that sometimes you just need a rest. You just want to chill out. You just want your thing. It's, truth be said, you've been alone before you met this person, and you are used to a lifestyle. You are used to your thing. So kids came along, your lives came along, everything came along. Of course, once in a while, you need to chill. You need to be alone for you. So, but how do you define it? How do you bring the message across? How do you feel it in? You can take a holiday, go alone and find out if that holiday is going to be so interesting without your partner by the side, because for a start, it might be interesting, and as time goes on, it just might become boring, because now your partner, that's the word, your partner is not there, whom you just communicate with. At some point, you might get bored with just phone calls and text messages. My thinking though, my style though, it's what I think. So, but it's okay. That's why you have a time to hang out with friends, just you do that your thing, and you let him meet the guys and just hang out and do their thing. It's normal. But when you have to say, move out to a different room, I need my space, we're not doing this, let's just be friends, let's just have an open relationship. You want to test out new varieties, you want to bring in another lady, okay, you want to bring in another man, you can do it outside, don't keep a secret, let me know. It's bullshit. Okay, I said nothing, but it's a mess. It's a no. That's not marriage. That's not marriage. That's not it. That's not it. Now, why are they keeping back? If it's not working out, why would someone say, why don't they go? Of course, they love themselves for some reasons. It could be genuine. It could be selfish. It could be because there are a lot of things to be shared. There are a lot of, the whole movement. We don't want to disappoint kids. We don't want a whole lot of things could be involved. We don't want that for them either. But then, these are part of reasons why one could choose to hold back. It's okay. No matter what, it's still her that I run to. I've been so used to her, even after my whole, going here and there. She's still the one I could come back to confide in. He's still the one that I could really relate well with. Then why not stick together for the sake of your future generations and just work it out? These couples are fast becoming grandparents. If I must say, they are fast becoming grandparents. So these are not kids. So you have to figure it out and live by example and make it right, and make it right. I'm not saying nobody's perfect, no, but this has gone on for a while. And they chose to bring it out, publicize it, and let's see. That means it's becoming a norm for them, and it's the worst norm you can think of, because they are both feeling the cracks, they are both feeling the heat, but they just don't want to surrender. That kind of time, they just don't want to surrender and call a spade a spade. No matter what you face right now in your life, it's high time you call the spade a spade. Address it. Yeah, address it, because it's only you that can address that fact. Thank you so much. I rest my case. Leave me your comment in the comment section below if you haven't. Go all out and share this video. Give us a thumbs up, like, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm your girl and your Congo. And if there's any topic you'd like that I cover, go out and tell us about it. Thank you so much. Be blessed and let love reign. Bye.